Welcome to the Entrepreneur Evolution podcast. This is our Entrepreneur Express Tip episode. I'm your host, Annette Walter, and this is the place where I share weekly business tips in 5 minutes or less to help you regroup from your week and prepare to launch into next week. Let's get started. Hey there, entrepreneur. Welcome to this week's Entrepreneur Express Tip. I'm your host, Annette Walter. This is the place where I drop a business tip in 5 minutes or less to help you regroup from your week and get ready to launch and propel into next week. Today, we are talking about 5 powerful decision-making skills to help you make decisions faster, okay? There are a lot of decisions that we are making these days, and oftentimes may not know which ones are the right ones and which ones we need to make first. And whether you are outgrowing vendors or hiring or building a new process or working on your SOP or simply launching new products, there are a lot of decisions around a lot of things right now. So I'm going to walk through these 5 things very quickly. Get out your pen, get out your paper, and let's roll through these. So number 1 is the 2-minute rule, okay? So behind this tip is the force of action through a self-imposed deadline, okay? So giving yourself a 2-minute window to really analyze the pros and cons, walk through what the decision is, and find that time, that little window of time to just make the decision and move on is a great rule of thumb and a great way to effectively go through and a great skill in decision making, okay? The next is to really think black and white. Think about black and white so that we don't get overwhelmed with analysis paralysis. If you think back black and white, it takes you out of the emotional space and into the factual space. And this can be really powerful when you are looking at decisions that need to be made quickly, all right? Next thing, if everything evens out, if all of the black and white facts on both sides of the decision really seem to equal out, the pros and cons equal out, you can just put it in a hat. Put it in a hat and pick one, okay? Pick a decision. It's a little tactic that works in some situations, may not work in others, but it'll really give you just a way to make a decision, okay? Very simple, very fun. Bring your team in on it or whatever you want to do. The next is focus on the present, okay? Make sure that you are living in the moment. Make sure that you are aligning your decision-making with your vision, with your mission, and it really fully aligns with everything that you're committed to and that you're working on at that time, okay? The next best step, the easiest step in the decision-making process. And the last thing is to fully embrace the idea of failure and not have a fear of failure, that failure is the learning experience, okay? We won't know if these decisions are right or wrong decisions, if they're the best decisions. And you have to just kind of embrace the idea of failure, of growth, of learning, and really working through things so that you grow and you're moving things forward. That's really the bottom line for the best decision-making skills that are out there right now. Just try not to really get caught up in that overthinking. Make sure it's factual and really focus on the present and embrace the failure. In worst case, just put it in a hat and pick one out of the hat, okay? I hope that helps. That's the business tip in 5 minutes or less. I really am excited that applications for the Entrepreneur Evolution Empowerment Group are now open. So if you'd like to apply to get into that exclusive group, please let me know. I'm going to drop my email in the link below. You rock at iEvolve Consulting. And you're doing it, entrepreneur. You are making it happen. Things are happening out there. There's lots of opportunity. Make sure you are carving out time for yourself and keep evolving, entrepreneur. I am so proud of you. See you next week.